Okay, so 3 months ago I bought a Ring doorbell, and within my 1 week trial period they put the price up from £25 a month to £35 a month. Now I contacted them to try and get them to honour the £25 a month, which was the price when it was sold at, and they just flatly refused and said they had no control over the monthly charge. So I've been contacted by XTU, which have sent me this doorbell, which is a J9, a new one, and this doesn't need a subscription. Now I was going to stick with my Ring doorbell, but I haven't paid any subscription because the price went up. I just thought, oh, I'll try it without subscription. So let's have a quick look at what you can do without a subscription. So if someone rings the bell, a notification comes up. Okay, so you just heard what happens when someone rings my bell. I get a notification, it shows up on my phone and on my iPad, and it actually rings a chime as well at the time. If I click on it, it will launch the app nice and quickly, and we can tap to go live so we can see what's happening at the front door. And that was me just walking towards the front door, and I can also listen to the sound that's happening outside. So you can just about hear, I don't know what that noise is. I guess someone must be out there somewhere. And I can also turn on the microphone and I can speak to people out there. So all of that, really impressed with, but you don't have any control over anything that's been recorded. You can resubscribe, and I was kind of figuring that maybe if something happened, like a parcel went missing or an event happened outside and I wanted to check it, I could just resubscribe and have access to it. But that's not all that convenient. So let's have a look at this XTU. So this is what comes in the box. I've got this customer service with a 12-month warranty and a QR code to contact them. I've got some 24/7 monitoring stickers to be able to put on the window if I choose to. I've also got screws to affix it to the wall. I've got a USB-A to micro adapter to charge it. Some what looks like double-sided tape. A key to be able to take it off, which is a bit like you would take a SIM out of a smartphone. I've also got a user manual and obviously the bell. I pressed the button and it sprung to life and made a noise. So it actually makes a noise. It's whether you need a chime, because you'd probably hear that from indoors. Oh, that's interesting, because I was thinking I might need to buy a chime, which you can get separately for it. Okay, so let's switch my iPad into camera and see about getting the app. So you can see there's QR codes here and a link to the App Store. So Cloud Edge is the app. And I had a look at this before I accepted the bell. I had a read of some of the reviews and things, and the reviews seemed to be very positive. And I thought, for me, a lot of it was going to hinge on how good the app is. So let's hit Get and download that. Okay, so that's finished. Let's hit open, and I'm going to allow notifications. I never do on iOS, but obviously this is a doorbell, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, so we've got add a device, smart doorbell, smart video.
Please follow the instruction manual to power on the device.
Mine's on already because I've already pressed the doorbell.
Select a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network and enter your password. Tap next to show a QR code, and let your device scan the code. Keep your phone 5 to 8 inches from the lens.
So I can press and hold the reset button for 5 seconds. And then I can point it at the QR code and hit next.
Connecting. Please wait a moment.
And that's done. Establishing a connection. Here we go. So if I point that at my picture and my monitor, you can see that's picked up, so that's working. Let's hit done. So it looks like I can probably edit the name of it. Yeah, let's call it doorbell. Select room door and done. So SD card goes into this slot here, which has got like a rubber cover over it. So let's pop that in. Yeah, that's clicked in, and close that up. So I've gone with an expert installation, and I've used a rubber band to connect it to my Ring doorbell just for testing for now. So now I can see what my Ring doorbell is showing. I've got a little tiny bit of blue rubber band down the bottom there that you can see, but it's not really affecting the picture. So yeah, nice and clear, looking pretty decent. And let's go into my Cloud Edge doorbell and have a look at that. It looks very bright. Yeah, it does look very nice. What I'll do is I'll do a side by side so you can see me coming in the door, and I'll record it on both. Okay, so the Ring doorbell at the top is definitely wider and I would say more colour accurate. The XTU is bright, although I do look a bit pasty. You can see my face clearer. Okay, so I've just fixed it to the door as you've just seen. I used the sticky pads. It sticks really tightly to the door. I'm not really concerned about someone stealing it. I would think that it's pretty unlikely someone would steal a video doorbell. So you can see here I've got various different features: screenshot, intercom so I can talk to people outside. The original sound bit's funny because you can talk in a clown's voice or an uncle voice. The uncle voice gives you a really quite a deep tone. The clown voice is very, very squeaky. Not sure why you'd need the clown voice. I suppose it's fun with kids. We've got the record function, so I can just start recording instantly. You can see motion detection is on. I've been playing around with this. A postie came just now and it did pick him up and did record, but I needed to format my SD card properly. The siren is a really loud siren noise. I'm not going to do it now because it will scare my neighbours, but I did it indoors, and yeah, it's pretty cool. If you wanted to warn someone off, then I would say the siren noise would definitely do it. So if I stop recording, you can see that it gives me a little thumbnail there. If I go into history, I think it's available pretty much straight away. Yeah, it said no video, but I think that's probably because it was saving it. Yeah, so if I want to play that back. And also I can save it, so you can share this file and save video or email it to someone or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, save video, and that will save it to my photos. So you can see it will be this one here, I guess. 12:29, yeah, so the time is right on the video. So that's the video playback. And we can zoom into that video and move around. It's pretty decent. I do like the local storage. I mean, that is definitely the main appeal on this. The app isn't as slick as the Ring app, but you're saving £35 a year, which is definitely a good thing. Right at the top right, we've got some sort of settings thing here. And you can see receive alert notifications. There's a guide for installation. Image settings, so the night vision is on automatic at the moment. Sound settings, microphone and voice, I can leave that on. Wireless chime, so I haven't got a wireless chime, so I don't need any of that. So alarm management gives me motion detection control. You can see I've got sensitivity there. I've only just put it on there, so I don't know which one's best. I'm on power saving mode at the moment, but you can change it between performance and custom. Here we go, recording time 10, 20, 30 seconds. So I'm going to leave it on the power saving mode and see how I get on with that. And then this alarm area at the bottom here. So what I can do is draw that out. So you can see here, if it gets really windy, then it's going to ignore what the tree's doing. I suppose I could pick my neighbour's door and think if my neighbours are going in and out, then I'm not really interested in that. I'm more interested in someone approaching my door. So I could leave it as that. It's probably going to pick up the car going in and out, but my car would go in and out as well, but I'm happy with that. So let's see, tick on that. You can erase blocks and put them back on as well. So very similar system on Ring. Now the cloud storage service, it mentions, but it is paid for, but it doesn't say what it is. Video storage service. As I'm not interested in doing cloud storage, I'm not going to click on that, but 7 days try it for free. You can see my signal strength is 75%. My battery, I put it on charge for a little bit and it seems to be fine. So let's go back on live and set it recording, and I'll go back out and come in again. So I can stop that and I'll play back me going out and in again. So back into album. I think it's this one here. So we can scrub along this video. There you go, there's me going out. See, it adjusts quite quickly to brighten up the image when it thinks it's too dark. So I'm coming back in again. Yeah, happy with that. So let's show what happens when someone rings the doorbell or turns up at the door. So I'll have a notification here, doorbell and visitor. So if I click on the notification, that'll open up and you can see, I can see a picture of me. And if I click on the green, then it opens up, but obviously I'm not there now because I'm inside. And just to show this works without Wi-Fi, so I could be anywhere and on mobile data. So if I click on history and click on alert, then I get a list of everything that's happened. So since 12:35 when I'd first set it up. So now more recently visitor message. So this was when my doorbell rang. So I can click on that and I can play that back. So really pleased with the doorbell. Obviously the big strength of it has to be the fact that you don't have to pay a subscription. The fact that you're saving £35 a year over the Ring doorbell is really strong. I would say the Ring doorbell is a better product, but I would say that the subscription gives it loads of minus points, especially the fact that it went up to £35. And so I've just ordered one of the wireless chimes to go with it. It's going to replace my Ring doorbell. I paid something like £21. I was signed in as a Prime member on my iPad and it came up as about £21 and I'm happy with that. So features wise, battery can last up 1 to 2 months. It depends how many visits you get. Obviously if you're on a busy street and you've got people walking past all the time, you might want to tone that motion detection right down and have it just working for the Rings. So it's worth noting that it's 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, not 5 gigahertz. And the reason that's important is some routers are outputting a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. You can usually go into your settings and make sure that it outputs 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. You can usually just log into the router and change that setting. So the resolution is 1080 Full HD and it's 166 degrees wide view. Night vision is listed at up to 33 feet. The waterproofing on it is IP66 and it works with iOS and Android. And you can put in it, I put a 32 gig card in, but you can go right up to 128 gig if you want to. Okay, so I hope all this helps. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.